Okay, welcome everybody to our February session of Topical Tuesday. I didn't change the date. I looked, I said February 6th, and I was like, wait, no, that's not the date. It is the 20th, so I will change that. But we are talking about one of my favorite things during the school year, which is our Jim Harbin sort of student film festival. I am going to go out of order today for a little bit, only because I will go through sort of our presentation, and then I'll let Tempe take her time and probably finish up the meeting with everything going over with the Jim Harbin Student Festival. If this is not something that you have been part of yet, or this is your first year with us and you want to participate, please ask all of any questions. Tempe is an expert. She gets to finals every year. And we love having her as a resource for this, as well as myself and anybody else on library media. I am again putting the attendance in the chat box. If you do not get a chance to sign in, do not worry about it. I do get an attendance sheet at the end, and then all your sessions will accumulate to your points at the end of the school year with your one assignment that encompasses all of the Topical Tuesdays. There is a lot of us on here, so please make sure that you stay on mute unless you have a question or you have something at the end that you would like to chime in or ask. All right, so again, like I said, we are joined with Tempe Craven. She used to be an elementary media specialist at Discovery Key. She is now at our new high school, Dr. Joaquin Garcia, and she is going to go over everything that you could possibly need to know about Jim Harbin and the film festival. Once she's done, and when I send this out to you, I will send our Topical Tuesday presentation along with her presentation to link both, but I'm sure she has it in hers, but I've also included the website, deadlines, an example. And then before you leave today, do not forget that hopefully you got your invitations to our Emma celebration. Your principals are getting alerted about it, and you save the date for 5 p.m. at the Hilton near the airport so that we can celebrate you and everything that you have done this school year. All right, if you have any other information or you need to know more about Emma, please click, or you can also always email the co-presidents, Carolyn Epstein and Carolyn Bales-Brandt, and they will help you in anything with that. Skip that for now. And then just letting you know, our diversifying your collection, our last PD of the school year is now live. You can sign up in ELM. This is worth 6 points. It is a half-day workshop, and we're going to sit back and learn with you because we are joined with two fabulous people on the curriculum team. We have Jameson from Multicultural Education, and you also have Brian Knowles, the manager of African American, Latino, and Holocaust Studies. So it's going to be a great morning, and just making sure that we are able to represent all students within our library collection, and you can ask them all questions or issues that you might be having with it. So it's going to be a great morning. It is live now in ELM, so please sign up. And don't forget to tag us. Don't forget, if you need points, sign up for Topical Tuesday. And then our next session will be March 5th, my other favorite topic, which would be our spring inventories. If you are an expert on spring inventories and you do not need a refresher course, feel free to not come this day. Or if you think that you have questions or issues, or you need, again, sort of a recap refresher about your inventories, please join us for March 5th on that quick session. So at this time, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to pass it over to Tempe.
Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Tempe Craven, and I was at the elementary level for a very long time, and I just moved up to high school. So this is my first year and secondary. So this presentation I presented at FAME. I had a really bad time slot. It was like 8 in the morning on the last day. So I had a lot of Palm Beach County there, which was awesome to have their support. So this presentation has a lot of information in it. So I'm going to share the link with you guys so you have it in the chat. But you can refer back to it because a lot of this stuff you won't remember as we go through it. And I'm going to go kind of fast because there's a lot of information in this slideshow about Jim Harbin. So there's my contact information. Next, let's just get into it. I did put videos of my students from last year playing as the slideshow goes through. So you guys can just see, I obviously turned the sound off, but you can see some of the videos that we created. So it just gives you an idea of some of the things that we did for some of these videos. So Jim Harbin was a former consultant with the Florida DOE, and he came up with the idea of having a student media festival to recognize videos created by students across Florida. So it was named after him. He's no longer alive, but we definitely honor him with Jim Harbin. And the goals include to teach, encourage, and celebrate media producers, and to let them learn from taking care of equipment, how to use it, copyright laws, all that kind of stuff. Jim Harbin is a really fun way to get your kids excited about different things. And my favorite part of Jim Harbin is that you don't have to use it just for Jim Harbin. The videos you create can be used for so many different things. You can use them for advertising your library. You can use book trailers on morning announcements. So they have multiple goals, not just to submit them to a contest. So the videos are multifaceted. They're used for all different things. Jim Harbin's been around for 48 years, so it's been a long time. If you guys have ever been to FAME, the Jim Harbin celebration is always the last day, the last evening. And I always invite my students up for it. It's a lot of fun. So anything that's underlined in this presentation is linked. So everything, you can find out more information if you just click on the link. It's student driven, meaning the kids do all the work. You guys don't have to do anything. You're just there to advise and make sure that they're learning and make sure that everything's school appropriate, pretty much. So all the videos you see here, the kids made it. I didn't help them. They created everything from beginning to end. All right, there we go. So here are the rules. If you click on that link right there, it'll show you the rules. But there are 4 grade classifications, K-2, 3-5, middle school and high school for each category. And you're judged based on content and technical quality. Teachers and sponsors are not allowed to write, record, or edit. So you guys, like I said, you don't do anything. You're just advising them. And for every state finalist, you will receive a trophy, and that's a picture of them right there. And all work needs to be original. Copyright laws should be respected, and they are pretty strict about copyright infringement. So there are 11 categories that you can submit videos under, and these are the 11. If there's not a time length on, oh gosh, give me a minute. This is the new school, so our lights go out all the time because they're motion censored. If there's not a time on one of these categories, it can be up to 7 minutes. So you're not creating really long videos. Most of the videos that I submit are 2 minutes and under. And that sounds like a really short video, but for an elementary kid or even a middle school kid, a 2-minute video is actually really long. It takes a long time to make a 2-minute video. Some of them are really short, like the PSA is only 60 seconds, a public service announcement, and the book trailers are only 60 seconds long. So those two are really short. The news feature, I think, is 2 minutes, and all the rest have to be under 7. If it says under 7, you don't have to go to like 6 minutes, 30 seconds or anything like that. You can keep it 2 minutes, 3 minutes. That's completely fine. You can click on this category link and it'll give you more information. And if you're not sure where to start, I would start with a public service announcement. They're short, they're easy. You can cater it to your school. So maybe you guys are working on getting the kids to school on time in the morning. You could do a PSA on that. Or maybe you're working on a certain standard that the kids are struggling with. You could do a PSA on the standard. You could do it on a rule or something that helps the whole school community. Another easy one is a book trailer, which is perfect for us since we're media specialists. It kind of advertises books in your library, and the kids really like to do them. You can even put a QR code on the book in your library so that the kids who are checking out can look at the book trailer and see what the book is about. And you can save those year after year. The hard ones, comedy is really hard. Kids love it and they want to do it, but comedy is just a hard thing to do. Drama is also hard, especially for the younger kids. Let me move on here. So materials, you guys don't need a lot of materials to do this. You can use smartphones. So if a kid has a phone, you can use that to record. In elementary school, I used iPads. Now in high school, all the kids have their own phones, so we just use phones. Tripods are really helpful to have. They're very cheap. You can get them for 20 bucks on Amazon. You can use their Chromebooks to record too. Those are just a little harder to maneuver. Storyboards. So you are required to submit a storyboard for every single video that you submit. It doesn't have to be amazing artwork. Stick figures are completely fine, but the storyboard helps keep the students organized. So if you click on this storyboard link, it'll bring you to a sample storyboard that I use, and you're welcome to make a copy of it and use it for your own use. Next, a lot of you guys have a blue screen in your studios already, and you might not realize, but the blue screen can be used as a green screen. It works just the same. You can also purchase green screens. They're on Amazon for about 20 bucks. And what's cool about the green screen is you can move it to different places. It's portable. You can also use green paint. And what's great about the blue-green screen is that you can drop in an image of your choice. So when I was in elementary school, I didn't really want the kids to go outside all the time because I couldn't be in multiple places at the time, you know, and supervise them all. So I would tell them they would have to use a blue screen or a green screen, and they would drop in an image of a park or a swimming pool or the beach. So it looked like they were outside and they weren't really going outside. When you film outside, a lot of times there's wind and background noise and it doesn't turn out very well. So controlling the environment was really helpful, and blue and green screen helps a lot. And then for your images, because of copyright protections, I use Pixabay, which is just a website of royalty-free images. So all the images on Pixabay are free. Unfortunately, the kids are blocked from using Pixabay on their Chromebooks. That's thank you, district. But you can access Pixabay, and then I would just download the pictures they picked, and then they would drop them in and use them as their background. So Pixabay was super helpful. Plus, you can make the pictures big or small, and they stayed beautiful because they were high quality. The photographers submit to Pixabay, so they're really pretty pictures. Moving on. All right, so editing software. I used iMovie mostly. I know Adobe also has some that is free to us right now. Lightworks, DaVinci, Clipchamp, and HitFilm are all other ones that have a free version. Some of them are more complicated, some of them are more simple. For elementary, iMovie worked really well, and it was already on the iPad, so they could just edit straight from the iPad. And that worked really well for elementary. My high school kids, I don't even know what they're using. They're doing all their own editing on their own phones. I think they're using TikTok mostly, but that's okay. My struggle with high school right now is that they don't understand content. They want to just be content creators of advertisements and TikTok videos. They're not creating like videos with like a beginning, a middle, and an end, or something like sharing a purpose or a PSA. So we're struggling with that a little bit. Here are the steps to video creation. The first thing is to put students into groups. I usually use 4 to 5 students. That worked well. I would choose the producer, and it was like a leadership role, and it was usually like a 5th grader in elementary. In high school, they came up with their own groups. They have given each other their own, roles in the group. The students will choose a category. I usually have them do a first, second, and third choice, and then I choose what I think would work best for them based on those choices. Then they have to decide on a topic or a story, and it has to be approved by me, because I had a lot of kids say, oh, I want to do, a story that already exists. Like, I want to do the story of Peter Rabbit, and I have to explain that already exists. Your job is to come up with something new, a story that nobody knows about. It has to be original. It can't already exist. Or they'll base their idea of something so closely that it's just there's a lot of copyright there. So it has to be an original story. So it has to be approved by me. Then they start working on their storyboard. And I've had groups work on the storyboard for months, but those groups usually did the best with their video, because they spent so much time on preparation that when they went to film, they were right on task. They followed their storyboard. Everything was organized, and it worked really well. So even if your kids spend a lot of time on their storyboard, that's okay. That's planning. And the more time they spend on their storyboard, the better their video is going to turn out. I have some sample videos here for you guys. You can look at them on your own time. And then Film Freeway is the website that our district and the state uses to submit videos. So I'm kind of flying through this slideshow because I want to be able to show you guys Film Freeway and how to submit videos. And let me just keep going here. The rest of these are about Film Freeway and kind of the steps that you need to take to do it. So I'm going to kind of go through these quickly, but then I'm going to show you what Film Freeway looks like so you can see it. So the first thing you have to do is create a free account on Film Freeway, and then up at the top it'll say dashboard. That's kind of like your home page. My projects is how you add videos, and your submissions is a list of the videos you've already added to Film Freeway. And then here is how to upload a video. You go under my projects, you click on add a project, and Film Freeway, the thing about it is it's made for like real films, like the Cannes Film Festival, I believe, is on there. So it's like a legitimate website for people who have trailers for their video and different roles and ads and all these different things that we don't really have. So it kind of seems daunting the first time you go on Film Freeway, because you're like, whoa, I don't know. Was this released in the United States or Europe? I don't know. So understand that you really don't have to add a lot of information. The only thing you have to add is the project title, your information, you're the submitter, and then the project type, the genre, the runtime. Click on student project and put your name of the school in there. And then you just click save and you're done. It's like maybe 5 things that you have to do for each video that you make, and then that's it. There's a lot of other stuff there, but you don't have to fill it out. It's really for professional videos, and you don't have to worry about it. So once a project is uploaded, you can access it in my projects, and from there you can view it, edit, you can go to the project file and the privacy settings. So even though you started something and you maybe messed up, you can always go back until the due date of these videos. You can change it and add to it and upload, you know. So there's a lot of things you can do. Don't think that once you upload it, it's done. You can delete it and do it again. You can fix it. You can add to it, all that good stuff. All right. Under your project file, this is probably the most confusing, but it's really not that bad. If you scroll down, you'll see something called files and attachments. And this is where you upload your storyboard, your permission slips, and copyright permissions if you need them. So the copyright permissions, like I use Pixabay. So Pixabay has part of their website says, you know, here is our royalty-free rights. And so you would just copy that and then upload it. And I'll show you guys all this when I get to Film Freeway. And then the only other thing you really have to worry about when you get there is the privacy tab, because the festivals like Fame, Jim Harbin Media Festival, they need to have access to your video. So under the privacy tab and under project visibility, you would just click festivals only, and that allows certain festivals to see your video or access your video or upload or download your video, and it just gives them access to it. And under download permissions, click festivals that I submit to may download my video. So that's why I said there's a lot of information in here, but as long as you guys have this slideshow, you'll be able to go like refer back to it and see what you need to do for each step of the way. And I know this seems like a lot, but once you do it the first time, it's really not that bad. So on Film Freeway, videos are submitted to Palm Beach County District first. That's your first competition. And then if it gets through the district competition, it will go to the regional competition. And the last 2 years, we haven't had a regional person, director, I'm not sure what the role is, which means if you win district, you go straight to the state level, which is kind of awesome. Our region is Broward, Miami-Dade, and us, I believe. And Miami-Dade and Broward do not submit many videos. So if you make it through the district competition, you have a really good chance of going to the state level, which is awesome. Fame announces the winners in September of the Jim Harbin Media Festival, but you don't know if your group got first, second, or third. You actually have to go to that event to see which first, second, or third they won. This is the timeline, and it's linked for you guys. So March, April is the district contest. I don't know the exact date, but I'm sure Stephanie does. It's, I believe, the first week in April. All of the videos are due to Palm Beach County, and they use Film Freeway too. So once you submit it to our Palm Beach County School District, you don't have to do anything after that. It will automatically move up to the state level if you make it there. So I think you have to like do one little form on there, but everything is just submitted once and it just kind of moves up the chain. May 1st, the district chairs submit to regionals, and then June 1st, regional chairs submit to state, and state judging happens over the summer, and then you find out in September who are the state finalists, and then Fame, which usually happens in November, December, is where we get to celebrate. And this was some of my kids the last few years, and I always take them to Channel 5 as a field trip after Fame, and we have a lot of fun. So I want to just check out Film Freeway. First, I want to show you guys what Film Freeway looks like if you've never been there. It's filmfreeway.com, and the first time you go there, it'll look like this. And you can see over in the right-hand corner, it says sign up. So that's how you would sign up for your free account. Once you sign up, it'll look more like this. This is the homepage for Film Freeway for me. And then here's your dashboard. If you click on my projects, it'll just have a, oh, it's asking me to log in. Okay. Sorry about that. I thought I was logged in. There we go. Okay. Here under my projects is where you will have a list of all your projects that you've ever submitted. And then I'm just going to go to, oh, I see Stephanie's added some good stuff there. Canva too, good. Issue film was pretty funny. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go through and actually add a project so you guys can see how simple it is. And I know the first time you go here, you're gonna be kind of like, oh my gosh, this is a lot, but it's not that bad. So the first thing you do is click on add a project, and you would choose film video. Project title, I'm just gonna use one that I've already done. If it has a little red thing next to it, obviously that's required. You do not need brief synopsis or website or any social media. You do have to enter submitter information. So my stuff is already, once you do it once, it automatically, now you guys know how old I am, it automatically fills it in. Number 3 is credits. If you want to do this, you can, but you don't have to. It's the director, the writers, the producers. I don't put my kids' information out there if it doesn't need to be. Specifications, this is where you can choose what it is, but they don't have all of the 11 categories that we have. So a lot of times I'll just write the genre right here. So the Unique Shoes was a comedy. I put it in here. I have no idea how long it was. I think it was like 5 minutes. So you put in your runtime. You don't have to do this, but I do because it kind of shows them that it's under 7 minutes. You don't have to fill out any of this because you don't have a production budget or shooting format. But down here it says student project. You would click yes, and then put the name of your school. I'll just put Discovery Key and then first time filmmaker, yes. Number 5 is screening distribution. You guys don't have to fill out any of this. And then at the bottom, you click Save Project. And you're done. And then now this has like a file or a site. And to upload the video, you just click right here, choose File, upload your video. And then if you scroll down to the bottom, this is where files and attachments happen, and you can add files right here. So this is where you'd put your kids' permission slips, storyboard, and any copyright stuff right here. And then up at the top is where privacy is. You click on privacy, and you would make sure it says festivals only can see this. And then down here, festivals that I submit to may download my video. Click on that, and then click save. And you are done, basically. The only thing I really haven't done is uploaded a video here, but this one's completely done. And then to submit it, I would go to my submissions, and I would pick one of these and submit it to Palm Beach County. And Stephanie, I believe, will send out an information thing and a link in how to submit to their first level Palm Beach County submissions. So it is an easy process once you've done it a few times. It's a lot of fun to do videos with the kids. It's kind of where we're going anyway with all the social media that they're under. So they love making videos. And so this kind of legitimizes the process because it makes their videos into something that's worthwhile. And it shows them that this could be like a job in the future as opposed to just something to do when you're bored, you know? I've had a lot of fun with it, and a little bit different than in high school than in elementary school, but I still love it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Sorry, my lights went out again. Come on. Okay, they're not going to come back on now. All right. So I tried to do it in under half an hour, and I think I did it. And I'm still in the dark over here, but that's okay.
You did great.
Yes, new school and our lights go off all the time. Yeah, it is what it is. But if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to email me or chat me and just ask me questions about Jim Harbin. It's an amazing thing to do with your students. I did it as a club after school once a week for an hour. I did 3rd through 5th. And I had so much, it was my favorite part of my job. It's the part that I just like love to do. I let the kids go crazy. They had so much fun. I limited it to 20 kids. I would have 5 groups, 4 students each. And I loved it. So I would love to help you guys submit to Jim Harbin because I'm not sure how many videos I'm going to have this year. But we'll see.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Tempe.
No problem.
I'm going to go over just a quick couple of things, and then I will let you all go. Like Tempe said, we have in Palm Beach County our own sort of website and deadlines. The festival is going to open March 22nd, so you can start submitting your videos then. And then the deadline to submit is April 5th. And then if you need, I'll send you the link to our festival page. But essentially, this is what it looks like. It goes over the rules. It goes over how to submit. These are your categories: animation, book trailer, comedy, documentary. The list goes on. If you have a news crew in the morning and you do news, you can submit an excerpt from your news station. It doesn't have to be something brand new. Also, if you have a theater teacher or you have a drama club that you're not in charge of, you can have them make you videos and you just submit on their behalf. Anybody can be in charge of making the Jim Harbin videos. It doesn't necessarily have to be you, the media specialist, but there just has to be a FAME member at the school in order to submit. So again, you can help the students make their own, or you could help somebody else on your staff who does the videos, does drama skits, does news, and just help them submit. Again, I try to raise up every year the amount of submissions. If you're going to submit through Google Drive with your videos, which a lot of you do because it's too big of a file, just make sure that anybody with the link can access it for viewing, because if we click on it to judge it and we can't see it, you don't get an alert from us. So we don't say, hey, we're trying to judge your video now. Please make sure that you change the access. If we can't get into it, we move on. So just make sure if you're using the drive to change that access level. Are there any questions before I let you go today? And I respect everybody's time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to stop recording for today. Thank you so much.